Good morning. The goal of yoga is samadhi. What is samadhi? It's a superconscious state. Well, actually, you said that the goal of yoga is samadhi. Patanjali said that the goal of yoga is samadhi. It's a superconscious state. It's a state of awareness which is outside of our normal human awareness. That being said, I think that probably lots of people experience it temporarily from time to time, children especially. Um, and as people get older, they get slightly more tranquil generally, and the state of mind becomes more calm. And so, for the potential for these superconscious states or states of bliss become more prevalent, or the potential is greater. Um, but as we enter our late childhood, our teens, late teens, and then through our working life, depending on various factors, environment, depending on our genetic makeup, depending on the love or the love that we didn't get through childhood, how supported we feel, how engaged we are with society in a positive way. All of these things have an effect on our state of mind and our potential to meditate, or potential for emptiness. So samadhi comes through a result of continual practice of emptiness. So what is emptiness, and why is it important, and how do I incorporate it into my life, given that practically right throughout the world now, well over 50%, it's probably 70%, that's a guess probably, but I think it's something between 50 and 70% of the people around the world, in the world, live in cities, and we know what cities are like. It could be something like 50-55%, but it's a lot of people, and if you're not in a city, you may well be in an urban environment which is busy as well. Given all of that, given the stresses of life, life's always been stressful. Lots of commentators talk about a different kind of stress that's prevalent today, and so there's this talk of stress being a stress that's there even when the cause of stress has gone away. So that seems to be a popular viewpoint these days, that there's a build-up of stress and that there's no release of stress. And maybe that's because the majority of us don't do stuff. Because often to let go of stress, the easiest way is to do some sport. But if we're not doing sport, or if we've left it so long that our body is unable to do sport well, then what do we do? Well, a great way to meditate is to do some sport, do some yoga, do something physical, and then do some pranayama, then meditate. Often if we just sit and meditate, our head's full of stuff, and that's the problem. So stress is a build-up in our heads of stuff, of thoughts, endless thoughts, and emotions that arrive, come and go with those thoughts. And train of thought, you've heard that expression, or a routine of thinking in certain ways, and emotions that follow that contribute to our personality and our viewpoint in life, and whether we see life as essentially positive or essentially a difficult journey, negative. So the goal of yoga, samadhi, the route to it through stillness, and the practice is meditation. Get to meditation different ways, ideally do a bit of sport, do some yoga. Meditation and yoga is the same thing, but in the West, yoga has become primarily physical, done with music and that kind of thing. So we need to find stillness somehow. If we're not finding it in the yoga class, then we need to do a sitting practice, even for just 15 minutes a day. Why is it important? It's important because stillness, finding stillness, being empty in our minds is, one, it's really, really good for our health. Two, it allows us to become intuitive and to see things clearly. Three, by being intuitive, by seeing things clearly, then we make good choices in our lives. Across the board, across the spectrum, we make moment to moment better choices about our sleep, our diet, our relationships, our life, work, play balance, all those things. So it's vitally important. If we're not experiencing emptiness, if we're not making the right choices, then life's a turmoil, and it will show on our faces. Even by the age of 25, that turmoil will start to show on our faces, not just on our faces externally, but whatever's on the outside is reflected from on the inside, and often stuff starts on the inside: the liver, spleen, colon, small colon, the lungs, the brain, the glands, the arteries. So right choices also to do with food and diet, and not getting this build-up of plaque in the arteries, and the heart gets weak and this kind of thing, blood pressure gets high, all this sort of stuff, diabetes, becoming overweight. So if we go all the way back, it's all about choices. When we think we've no choices, that's simply a state of mind. It's a state of mind that comes from partly our environment, but partly our approach, our mental approach, how we see life. Half full, half empty, this kind of thing. Making the right choices helps us to see life in the right way, become more clear, and start to get a more fulfilled life. So meditation is really important. So people can meditate while they do sport. Some people can meditate while they do yoga in a class with lots and lots of people, and there's music and there's instruction and things, and they can still meditate, and that's a blessing. And that sometimes comes with experience, and it sometimes comes that genetic thing, that something that we've inherited somehow, and that's a gift. But if we're not meditating, if our mind's full of stuff, if we're always thinking, if we're always judging ourselves and others constantly, then this is strain, this is a stress, and we need to let that go. We need to release the valve from the tank. So we do some sitting practice. Not kidding you, in the beginning it might not be easy, but what good thing did you do in your life that was easy in the beginning? So there's all different types of meditations, and the key thing about what we do in life is that we should enjoy it, whether it's, and this is, relationships, we should enjoy them. Work, we should enjoy it. I know life can be difficult, sometimes we're in a hard place and we have to do a bad job, but we put other things in place so that maybe eventually we can change into a better job. The other things are things like sport, running around the blocks free, swimming in a lake, or if you live by the ocean, if you're lucky enough to live by the ocean, it's free. Cycling, well, there's an investment, but maybe someone can give you a bike. Don't steal one. But once you've got it, the maintenance is minimal and it's more or less free. You don't always have to be paying whatever it is, £50 or $100 a month. But there's a benefit with paying that sometimes if you're in a gym or a yoga centre, or then there's community and there's support, and then there's friendship, and that's also important. So meet people, talk, friendship, eat the right things. If you're not sure about the right things, educate yourself. Often libraries are free, and the books in the libraries are free, and the internet may be free, and then you can educate yourself about nutrition. So yoga, sport, friendship, sleep, work, play, balance. Lots of different types of meditations. Find the right one for you and do it a little bit every day, and you'll soon love it. Why will you begin to love it? Is because you start to access silence, even for small moments, just like a child when he's involved in something, looking at ants, watching a stream, watching a twig in a stream, complete absorption, concentration is the step towards meditation. What does meditation feel like? Meditation feels like you dissolve, and that there's no barriers, that there's no me and you. So meditation feels like that. There's just awareness. What does it not feel like? It feels like what I just said, but the opposite. It feels like everything's outside of me, and I'm separate from everything. That's not meditation. So we can't just become that unless we're very lucky. We have to concentrate on something. These are different types of meditation. Meditation is almost it's a word used for lots of things. It's a state and a practice. Just like yoga is a state, the state of yoga, and a practice. They're separate things, but we're using the practice to attain the goal. And meditation, we're using meditation practices and concentration practices to attain the goal of meditation, which is samadhi, or enlightenment, or bliss. So I hope that helps as a small introduction to yoga, meditation, etc. Have a great day. Om.